Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of April 28th. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my occult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot with White Crystal, the New Palladini Tarot with Amethyst, and the Tarot de Marseille with Snowflake Obsidian. We also have 4 different oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. All right. Okay. Okay. Very interesting mix of cards. This should be good. Yeah, look at that. All right. I'll see you right now. Group 1, I spent most of my time trying to think of a better metaphor than the first one that came to mind. And what I came up with is kind of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. Now, the first metaphor that came to mind was hitting rock bottom, which is, you know, it comes with images of waking up in a ditch and not knowing how you got there and kind of realizing that it's time to stop doing the hard drugs. But this is a much milder version of that kind of thing. But the problem with being sick and tired of being sick and tired is this feels like the kind of vibe shift that is accepting that something that is outside of your control is in fact outside of your control and kind of just deciding to go along with it. You know, with the 2 upright cards being Judgment and the Fool, it's pretty obvious. And with the rest of the reading in reverse, that's kind of where this theme comes up. And hence, with the wake-up call of Judgment being the only upright card in the entire, well, in the reading proper, that's where the hitting rock bottom was the first metaphor, because, you know, you don't choose to wake up precisely when your alarm clock starts ringing, you know. It's the alarm clock that chooses for you, or past you in the sense of the alarm clock. My metaphor is breaking down, but yeah. With the turbulence and rebirth and shift in perspective that is implied by the rest of the reading here, it's really difficult for me to go into much detail because I feel like all these reverse cards are kind of silently nodding along with the, you know, being sick and tired of being sick and tired, especially the Fool at the bottom of the deck underpinning everything. This is looking like, okay, fine, we'll do it your way, kind of thing. Maybe you is the universe in this metaphor, but yeah, that's kind of it. And there's a kind of release that comes with that, and relief. So, you know, maybe someday you'll look back at this and laugh. If you like the reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, Group 2, let's see what we have for you for this week. Pyramid placement is pretty good. There we go. I knew telling you not to panic would be overkill. Okay, maybe not with the moon at the bottom of the deck, but still. This should be pretty good. Ooh, a little crooked. That's better. Well, it can't be worse. Yep. All right. I'll see you right now. I've used this metaphor before, but fortunately I haven't used it in a while, so even if I feel like I'm rehashing an old reading, it should still be good. The overall vibe here is it's kind of like navigating rapids when you're sailing down the river, obviously with the Five of Wands at the top of everything. But the thing that's giving me vibes of optimism here is the hangman where he is, because there's a... The hangman is about illumination and surrender. Obviously, the different perspective is implied. I'm not even going to go there. I shouldn't have mentioned it at all. But whatever. But with the world here at the bottom of the deck, in the middle of the reading, in reverse, it's looking like whatever rapids that this week has in store for you. Won't divert you from where you're going. It might forestall it, but it's looking like knowing how to reallocate resources on the fly. I think that's the best way that these four cards combined blend into the world here. And honestly, the moon is kind of just silently nodding along, because the moon is about instincts, for better and for worse, and about making decisions with less information than you'd like to have. So yeah, hence it's kind of been implied here. So ultimately, this is a week to take things in stride and lean on your adaptability. This might be a week to either take tools out of your chest that you haven't used in a while, or to realize how things that you knew before can combine in ways that can be useful for you this week. But it looks like you're on top of this, so good, even though you're hanging upside down. If you like this reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3, let's see what we have for you for this week. Good. Nice. Okay. This should be good. Yeah, look at that. All right, you know what's coming. Group 3, the main question that I was trying to answer for the time that I was paused is, why is everyone running away from the reading? Obviously the hangman is staying where he is, but with these two guys facing away from the reading, and so are these two people, it's kind of glaring to the point where it's difficult for me to read the reading any other way than people running off to do their own thing from a central place. And this Three of Wands, Ace of Cups combination can be one of two things. This is either people having accomplished something and then having to process each one on their own what it means to them. I was thinking of the the end of heist movies where the people who survive and end up splitting the loot, ultimately they each go off to their own little paradise, whatever paradise is for them, and kind of reflect on the heist that they just pulled, but they're kind of each doing that on their own. The other alternative is kind of like breaking from a meeting or a huddle or whatever, where you each you know what the task is, you know where to branch out and how to branch out. You each have your own specialty, and you kind of just go out from there to explore. So this is looking like, if you're not used to working alone, this is looking like a good week to find out what you're made of, and in the good sense. And yeah, it's really difficult for me to map this to one person. I didn't even try. I just realized this now that I didn't try. Let me pause for a second and see if I got something. Yeah, the best I have for like if all of this is different aspects of one person. I hate reading Marseille like this, but it's possible. To step out of your comfort zone, because if different aspects of you are going out into different directions, that's an inherently uncomfortable thing. So that is the encouragement for you. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead a couple seconds if you don't want to watch me, set up the Oracle card portion. All right, it's the Oracle card portion. Yeah. This should be pretty good. There we go. Group A, your card is, what is this? Treading. This is I Ching hexagram number 10. And the keywords are conduct, self-awareness, proceed with caution and sensitivity, correct behavior, act responsibly. I think that this is a week to pay attention to the question, is this who you want to be? And also to just take the what is best in the longer term is the thing to explore for most of you who picked this card. Yeah, Group B, your card is the Martyr. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I think I remember what the shadow attribute is, but the light attribute is learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. The shadow attribute is addiction to self-pity. That might be true for some of you, but I think that I think that the theme here, obviously the light attribute is coming through for me, for most of you. It's a question of surrendering yourself to a higher cause. And a lot of horrible things are done for the greater good, but sometimes there really is something that is a greater good that is worth, the short-term irritation in order to get there. Group C, your card is last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. Let me look at this. Yeah, the blending of Aquarius and Scorpio here, because that's where the sun would be if the last quarter moon is in Scorpio. It's either taking an uncomfortable look in the mirror, or it is saying honestly the silent truth that everyone's been pretending that isn't the case, So it might not be that extreme. It'll be somewhere on that spectrum for all of you. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Group D, your card is magic. Wow, what do I say to a card like that? Let me think a bit. I think I get it. I think that given the tarot readings that I gave, I think magic is a stand-in for curiosity here, because when you're certain about an outcome, you kind of prime yourself to see it that way. But if you wonder, like, I wonder what's going to happen, that's when possibilities that you hadn't considered before kind of become more likely to manifest, like magic. And that is a good note to wrap up on. Woo! If you like this video, please give this video a like. Hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.